Okay. Now we removed the snap rings already from all 4 caps. Okay. Got to get these out first, or life's gonna not be too nice. Okay. I've got the jaws of the vise just wide to support on the yokes. Okay. I'm supporting on the opposite side of these. And I'm going to hammer on the other part of the drive line. Maybe it's bottomed out. Looks like it is. Might get some pliers. Get some vice grips we can get a hold of. This side comes out a little better. Okay, came off all the way. The reason why this won't come off is because of that grease fitting, grease zerk. I'm gonna be a while. Hey, got it out. Needles are just a-flying. Okay. This next procedure will let you see even better what I'm doing here. Boy, it still doesn't want to come out all the way, does it? It's got to. That's the only way it can clear. There we go. There we go. We'll do the same thing this way. And the jaws are just here. Don't hit here. Okay. Notice I'm hitting here. I'm not hitting this weight. I'm not hitting the shaft. Let's not bend the shaft. Let's not make the hole for the cup out of round. Okay. Okay. Pieces are just a-flying, aren't they? There we go. Now, before you put the new one in, you got the new U-joint in? Okay, that's all right. We'll just stop the movie then. But before we do all that, I like to clean out the holes. Sorry. Put this emery cloth here. Use 220 grit. I just as soon have a clean surface. Put a shop towel around. Okay. So clean out the bores. These holes for the U-joint caps go really good. And I even put a little bit of film of oil or grease, I don't care which, to help the new U-joint slide together. And we're going to wait until we get the U-joint. That's removal. All right, we're going to install some U-joints. The last video we disassembled. The goal is to reassemble. And we've already taken some emery cloth, sandpaper type stuff, cleaned them all out. I like to put just a light film of some kind of lubricant. I don't care if it's motor oil, tranny fluid. I'm using STP motor, honey, or additive. Anyway, it just helps things slide together here a little better. Doesn't take a lot, just enough to make it slide. Good. And put the clips in, obviously. We'll set them aside. Now, while I'm thinking about it, a rule of thumb for the grease zerk, if you look at the drive shaft here, and you say, well, here's the grease fitting, okay? We'll put it in last, obviously, not right now. But the grease fitting doesn't go in a fashion that's away from the shaft. We usually put the fitting so that when it's installed, it's slightly pointing toward the shaft. Again, not away from the shaft. Have you away. It's easier, the angles usually to grease it when it's pointing toward the center of the shaft. And again, that may not be necessary this one here, because that's a pretty long grease zerk. That's pretty unusual having that long. Okay, so I'm actually going to go ahead and take all the caps off. Seal, cap, needle bearings. They're all inside there. Okay. And of course our next goal is to orient the hole. If I can find the hole, there it is. And if I start here, okay, we've got him set in place, don't we? Alrighty. So, now, I personally, also, I forgot to show one thing. The grooves, the snap rings will go in. Okay? The grooves, get a screwdriver, make sure all the dirt and the crud's out of there. Make sure it's all the debris. You know, on all four of these. We've already previously dug them out, but I just want to make sure to emphasize that. All right. Now you can use just a vise. We happen to have a U or a big C clamp, and I personally like to put it in the vise. I don't vise the drive shaft itself. It's just not the right direction to go. But, and of course we're going to come up here and get the cap started. And once again I got to get that hole oriented so it's toward the middle. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and stick the trunnion out. I'm going to put the cap and needle bearing assembly in the hole. I don't want to lose. You can tap them a little bit. Some YouTube or some other thing tell you you're making a big sin by doing something like that. Now the other one I got to stick in too, but see, I've got to slide the cross, the U-joint cross, over a little bit. Well, I guess I'm not in far enough. I'm going to hold off on that strategy. Let's go ahead and we're going to compress. Okay, you want to come run the ratchet, Cass? Here's the ratchet, and notice we're going to use, of course, my press to push the cap in a ways. All right, go ahead and let's see if we can make that thing go in relatively smooth. It's not going to fall in. Good. Let's just keep on it going. In fact, it's pushing the cross. There we go. Now we're pushing the cap. And let's go in enough to go ahead and put the snap ring in. So we're going to go in there and I'm going to tighten that a little bit. There we go. Keep on it going. I'm going to put a snap ring in the groove this time. Get some needle nose. Oh, you're good to go. Keep on it going. I can still see we're not quite deep enough. If we go too deep, that's okay. That's probably good. All right, so go ahead and loosen it, back it off. Take it clear back out. Keep it going. Good. Okay, put the snap ring in. Oh, that fit in nicely. And it's in, good. I want to make sure it's in the groove, and I think it is. Oh, just popped in a little better, didn't it? Okay, now we'll get the other cap that we didn't put in earlier. And again, I'm actually going to slide the cross out a little ways and actually let the needle bearings in that trunnion surface, bearing surface, whatever you want to call it. Okay, make sure that the cross is touching the needle bearings in both caps. And we're ready to do the same thing. Go ahead and back it off quite a ways. I'm going to push this in. Let's see if we can make the snap ring. We'll probably push this cap back out a little bit against the other snap ring, but that's okay. All right, that's good. Let's go together. How's it going? Being a little stubborn?
Yep.
But it's sliding. It's going in. Sometimes they're a little stubborn at first. And if you have to get a hammer to maybe straighten things out, you know, it's okay to straighten things out a little bit. You'll be all right. This isn't going to hit the hole. Nope. I think we're good and clear. Keep on it going. Let's see if we can make that. And it's going to get hard toward the end. Okay, we just started pushing. I think we might be tight enough. Let's back it off and look. Yeah, doing good. Back it off a little more. All right. Now I know if I'm pushing against the cap real hard, this starts to pucker, kind of push out. And to look at it, I think we're okay. I don't think we're quite exposed enough though for the other snap ring. If you look closely, there's not as much shiny area on this cap yet as there's on this cap. So let's go a little bit more. In fact, I'm going to lubricate just so that this piece here can turn against some kind of lubrication and not just metal to metal. Let's go in a little tighter. Your greatest fear when doing a U-joint is that one of the needle bearings falls down, it goes to the back of the cap, and you're crushing it at this point. That's your greatest fear. Oh, it's sliding. I think we're there. You just got hard, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. And I think I see as much silver here as I do over here, and we're going to see if this snap ring will go in. Okay, snap ring time. Well, we're going to push it in, don't worry. Okay, kind of started, and if that doesn't work, we are going to use the vise to help us out here. Just kind of hold the drive line there. I'm going to get my hammer, there's some kind of a punch. I want to make sure this goes into, yeah, it's seating in. Yeah, that's going in, the groove. Key is get it clear around. I think we're going to be successful. Alrighty. I just like to make sure. Alrighty. Half the U-joint is installed. Of course, we'll do the same process for this half. While I'm here, I'm going to do one more thing. Sometimes you get all done and the U-joint doesn't feel smooth. In fact, this is really hard to move. Okay. Well, we're going to relax it or normalize. I'm just going to smack the yoke a couple places. Sometimes that relaxes everything and it allows it to move a little freer. I'd like to have it move a little freer if possible. Maybe when we get all done, I'll do some more smacking to allow it to move a little more freely. Like I say, it's better, but it's not just a little bit. Okay. U-joint installation.